lovely to see you all. Hope you had a lovely time on VE Day, celebrating in the best way you could. Now, I'm hoping you can remember what an adjective is. Let me give you a little bit of thinking time. What's an adjective? That's right, an adjective is a describing word. Let's have a little go at adjective tennis like we did last week. So I'm going to throw the ball and an adjective, and you are going to throw one back to me. Are you ready? Red, sparkly, tatty, big, tiny. Brilliant. Okay, so for your next challenge, have a look. I want to see how many adjectives you can write down in 1 minute. So I want you to pause this now, maybe set a timer for a minute and see how many adjectives you can write down. Can you pause the video now? Brilliant. How many adjectives did you get? Amazing. Well done. Maybe you can get a grown-up to look at those adjectives and read them through with you. And maybe you can even have a go at adjective tennis at home like you have just done with me. Okay, moving on to our learning for this week. We are learning about contractions. Okay, and it's not something we've learnt about before, so let me explain what a contraction is. So up here it says, what is a contraction? And then it explains that contractions make two words into one word. So where you've got are not, we change it to aren't. And we put an apostrophe instead of the O. Okay, so a contraction is making two words into one word. And you put an apostrophe instead of the letter that's missing. And you squeeze the two words together. So if we were to put this into a sentence, you are not coming to school at the moment, it would change to you aren't coming to school at the moment. So it means the same thing, it just makes it a little bit shorter in the sentence. Okay, so our book, The Day the Crayons Quit, which we know we're going to use that to help us with some of our work on contractions. So let's have a little look. This is Grey Crayon's letter to Duncan. It says, Duncan, Grey Crayon here, you're killing me. I know you love elephants, and I know that elephants are grey, but that's a lot of space to colour in all by myself. And don't even get me started on your rhinos, hippos and humpback whales. You know how tired I am after handling one of those things. Such big animals. Baby penguins are grey, you know. So are very tiny rocks. Pebbles, how about one of those once in a while to give me a break? Your very tired friend, Grey Crayon. I want you to have a little look at that letter again, and I'm going to give you some time to pause the video and have a little look and see if you can spot any contractions in the letter. Okay, so pause the video now and see if you can spot any contractions in the letter. Pause the video now. Did you find any? There's one up here, isn't there? And it is your. So instead of you are killing me, you're killing me. They've taken the A out and put an apostrophe there. Now, was there any more? Did you spot this one? Don't. And don't even get me started. So instead of do not, we have taken the O out and put an apostrophe, and it's made the word don't. Okay. So those are some contractions in the letter to Duncan. So we're learning a little bit more about contractions now, aren't we? Let's have a little look at this. It says, what two words were these contractions made from? So I'd like you to get a little bit of paper and a pencil, and what I want you to do is have a look at this first contraction, didn't, and I want you to write down what was the two words that made the word didn't. When you've done that, you can have a go at all of these, okay? And then we'll have a look at them together in a minute. So get a piece of paper and a pencil, have a go at writing the 2 words that these contractions are made from. Pause the video while you do it and then we'll have a look together. Brilliant. Did you have a go at all of those? Let's see if you were right. So didn't, what did you think the 2 words were for didn't? Oh, and now my board's not working. Hang on a minute, year 2. Hang on a minute, this worked earlier. It's having a funny 5 minutes.
Does it?
Oh, there we go. Well, you know these technical problems always happen in year 2 to me, don't you? Especially to Mrs. Pollard. Okay, brilliant. So didn't, that was made from the 2 words did not. Didn't is made from did not. So we took out the O and put the apostrophe. Let's have a look. Did you try this one? Aren't. And it was made from the 2 words are not. So again, we took out the O and put an apostrophe. Are not changes to aren't. You aren't going to do that. What about can't? Yeah, that's made from the 2 words cannot. And again, it's the O that's been taken out and an apostrophe added in. So all of those have got the same pattern, where it's not as a second word and it's taken out the O and put an apostrophe instead. What about this one? Won't. That was trickier, wasn't it? Will not. You will not do that. You won't do that. But again, the same as the other ones we've just looked at, it's taken out the O and put an apostrophe. Will not. Won't. What about hadn't? Had not. And again, it's taken out the O and put an apostrophe for hadn't. Don't. Do not. Again, taken out the O and put an apostrophe. Brilliant. What about this one? That was slightly different. It's not got the word not. It's I will. I'll. I will do that. I'll do that. So we've taken off the W and put an apostrophe. I'll do that. Last one. Who'll is from who will. Who will do that for me? Who'll do that for me? So again, taken off the W and put an apostrophe instead. Okay, well done year 2. It's quite tricky this, isn't it? Okay, so your challenge for this week is when you're doing your reading at home, reading a book to a grown-up, can you see if you can find any contractions in your reading book? See if you can spot some, count how many you can see. Have a look where the apostrophe is. And there's also a game here that you can play to practice your contractions. So it's learninggames.com/vocabulary-games-contractions. Okay, so you can have a look at that if you want to. I look forward to seeing you next week, year 2. Have a good week, work really hard. See you next week. Bye.